Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
Because women are not naturally made to be providers, all right? So please don't ask black women to settle for less. Please don't ask us stupid questions like this, okay? And Iyanla, how come you're not with a bus driver? Okay? That's what I want to know.
I told you women like Eboni K. Williams don't understand context. The foolishness. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. We just released a video talking about preference and context. And then this Pokemon shows up. How much proof do you need? With all that education, these fools can't even do their proper research before running their mouths on social media. This is embarrassing, man. Look how she starts the video.
Would you date a bus driver? You.
Let me tell you why this is a very toxic question to ask a black woman, okay?
Why did Dr. Vanzant ask that question? What's the context? These shorts are messing with people's attention spans. If you look at the full interview, it's pure gold because Dr. Vanzant mentions exactly what these women are doing.
Yes, for a long time, I didn't do it because women in general, they don't want to hear. They think their way is right. And I'm crazy when I say sit down, shut up and listen and you can create what you want. They don't want to hear that.
I'm coming after Dr. Vanzant later because she's singing a different tune now. But many others came before her trying to talk some sense into these Pokemon and came to the same conclusion that it's a lost cause. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. So now you're gonna experience a snowball effect. She didn't understand the context of the question and now everything she says is way off. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do. Because we many.
Would you date a bus driver? You.
Let me tell you why this is a very toxic question to ask a black woman, okay? As long as we can remember, successful black women have been dating down. A lot of them still are, okay, or marrying down, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a bus driver. However, to ask a successful woman who makes more than 6 figures, would she date a bus driver is very disrespectful, okay? And this is why. And this question will only be asked to black women. No other race will be asked this question, but because black women tend to settle for less.
What about men? Men have always dated down. You don't hear women complain about that, do you? If she had watched the full video, she would have known it was not about black women, but about women in general. There was absolutely nothing disrespectful about that question because Dr. Vanzant asked that bus driver question in response to the question Eboni K. Williams asked her to make a point. That point is what women actually need. In this case, what Eboni K. Williams needs can be provided by a man that makes less money than her. But that's not how women look at it because you define men only by their money and status. That's why you have women like Eboni and this Pokemon right here thinking they can run their mouths because they have a degree and money. The foolishness.
Okay, and now we're in a we're now in an era where women are starting to wake up and seeing, like, you know, what their mothers gone through, what their grandmothers have gone through, what their aunties have gone through, and seeing that this is, you know, it is for the most part a lose-lose situation when you marry somebody that makes a man that makes less than you.
Modern women are not waking up. And they are definitely not getting smarter. They have no idea what went down in the past and they have no idea what's waiting for them in the future. Just like Dr. Vanzant, they wake up when it's too late. You see how she doesn't mention fathers, uncles, and grandfathers. Like they've been through nothing? Look who's disrespectful.
As women, we are, you know, and we want our mans to be our protectors, our providers, you know. That's how we are, you know. That is our natural, that's us being our natural element. So when you have a black woman who has to be the provider, the financial provider, that's a huge imbalance and a huge problem, okay? And this is why a lot of black women have fibroids, have health issues, are having strokes at 40, have diabetes due to the pressure and the stress of having to fulfill both roles of the nurturer, okay, taking care of the children and being the household provider, okay? Because let's be honest, if, for example, Eboni Williams is a very successful lawyer, okay, if she were to marry a bus driver, okay, she would be the provider of the family, okay? Now, why can't the bus driver find somebody on his level? But when it comes to, unfortunately, when it comes to Black women, people expect us to settle for less because we have been for so many years, okay? So
this is that dating foolishness we highlight on a daily basis. Those double standards. Who are the ones that are pounding their chest saying they are independent? Who are the ones saying, I don't need no man? These women never made money with the goal to take care of the family. It was always about independence. It was always about you. It was always a selfish goal. That's why these women think they deserve a man that makes 6 figures if they make 6 figures themselves. Problem is, your dating pool shrinks significantly and your competition rises through the roof because men have no problem dating a waitress. They have no problem dating down. So most of these women will never marry the guy they want. Eboni is 40 years old. She's done. She had her shot. Why do these women assume that a bus driver is looking to date a woman like Eboni that has proven on record that she's low quality? Remember this?
When some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all.
She has done them all, and none of them were successful. Guess who's the common denominator?
ladies, when you hear topics like this, I want you just to ignore it. Don't let anybody, shame you for not wanting to settle for less, okay? Because trust me, as a holistic woman and wellness specialist, I've seen the implications of women settling for less, right? And it takes a toll on their health. I know a woman right now who for years was the was the provider of her family, right? And she now in her 60s has dementia due to the stress, because women are not naturally made to be providers, all right? So please don't ask Black women to settle for less. Please don't ask us stupid questions like this, okay?
What the hell is she talking about? Women are not meant to be providers? That's the problem. It's about interdependence. In traditional relationships, women would provide emotional and social support. The men would provide financially. When it comes to women being the main breadwinner, that's on women. You wanted to make more money. Now you're complaining that there are no financially eligible bachelors to date? You can't make this stuff up. That's exactly the context of the bus driver question. Would you overlook the money to be in a solid relationship? Bus drivers are not bums. They put in work every day. Nobody's telling you to date bums. Nobody is telling women to date bums. These educated women think they know everything and think they can't have a conversation with a bus driver. Look how easily this Pokemon is cool because she doesn't understand the context of this bus driver question. Like a bus driver only drives a bus 24 hours a day. The reason women are breaking records taking antidepressants is because they can't seem to figure this out. And if they figure it out, they can't handle the truth. Start making stupid videos like this as a coping mechanism. And you know what? Women listen to this foolishness. The sisterhood is keeping the delusion alive.
And Iyanla, how come you're not with a bus driver? Okay, that's what I want to know.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.